Yo, what's happening, guys? Coming at you from the Downford Sound warehouse. We're out in the front parking lot right now because we're going to be going over in this video what is a Big 3 upgrade, what's the Big 3 upgrade kit, and where do you put, like, how do you do it on your vehicle, and what's the benefits of it. So before we get into that, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you know every time I drop a video here, and also hit the notification bell. Enable all notifications so you'll get a notification when I upload new videos, and you can maybe learn something, win something, or see some cool demo videos. Anyway, jumping right into it. So what is a Big 3 upgrade and why do you need to do it? So a Big 3 upgrade is when you upgrade your charge wire coming off of your alternator and your ground wires. So what this is going to be doing is making it where you get more current transfer out of your alternator. You definitely need to do this first and foremost, even with your factory alternator. Sometimes you can get like an increased 10-15% current out of your factory alternator because of upgrading the wire. But when you get a high output alternator, it's mandatory that you upgrade your wiring anyway, so you would already have that out of the way when you go to the next step of getting a high output alternator. So if you did not, let's talk about what would happen if you did not upgrade your wiring on your Big 3 and having a high output alternator. So essentially you're going to be trying to force all this current, all this amperage that is coming out of your alternator through this little bitty wire. Some vehicles come with like 8-gauge wire from their output side of their alternator over to their battery. If you could imagine trying to transfer 400 amps of current or 370 amps of current through your alternator, through a high output alternator into your battery through this little bitty piece of wire. So what that's going to do is it's going to turn that piece of wire into a fuse essentially, and you're going to have it melting or a bunch of other problems. So go ahead and do a Big 3 upgrade right off the bat for that reason, or for those two reasons. Moving into a Big 3, like, you can piece together a Big 3 kit if you want to, but if you want something seamless and easy, you could get a Big 3 upgrade kit like you see right here. We have them. This is just one of the many color combinations that we have. So we have the lime green is going to be your charge wire, and then we have two different pieces of black wire right here that's already been terminated and everything, and it's got shrink wrap on it. It's ready to go. We also have extra terminals here and heat shrink and zip ties to help you tidy it up, and if you needed to shorten any of the runs, you could cut it off and use the included ring terminals to do that. There's also some wire holders, so if you wanted to hold it up out of the way, some of those there. So I think these are like 69 or 79 bucks. I'm not sure off the top of my head, somewhere in there. It makes it very easy and convenient to do your Big 3 upgrade on your vehicle. If you happen to have a vehicle that has the battery in the back, like some of these cars, like they'll have the battery located in the back, what I suggest for people is to, you can get like if you don't want to put it together yourself, like measure the run of power wire that needs to go back there, you can get a amplifier install kit and kind of use that. You wouldn't be using the RCAs obviously, but you could use the amplifier install kit because it's going to have usually around a 17-foot power wire, and you're going to have a lot of ground wire there to be able to do your Big 3 with a one in the back, a battery in the back. So showing you on my truck right here, we have my work truck. As you've probably known, I think I've had it for 5 years now. But what I did to upgrade the electrical in my truck was to go ahead and go with a Mechman 370 amp alternator. And this is a very standard or typical alternator. Is for a 05 through 2014 GM full size. We have tons of these in stock. But anyway, a 370 amp, it's direct plug and play into the factory computer, so it's very easy to install. But like I said, once you do a big alternator, you have to be able to transfer all the current out of it. So the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to have, and I overdid it a lot in this vehicle just because even in my Tahoe I have 20 runs of 0 gauge positive and 20 runs of 0 gauge negative going from the front to the back in the Tahoe. So that shows you how much I overdo my electrical. But even in this truck, I did double runs of 0 gauge. So obviously this kit is custom made. We did this by piecing it all together. But anyway, so coming off of here, we have 2 runs of positive. This run right here goes over to, it's gonna go down, that's gonna go to your starter down there. But anyway, we have 2 more runs coming off of here. These 2 runs right here, can you see where my finger is? This run and this run. These two positives, they run over to, up through here, sorry. Up through here to the positive stud on this battery. And then from there, these run back around over there to the second battery. We're running a dual battery setup in this truck as well. So we got a 370 amp alternator and dual excess power group 34 batteries. So that's, and essentially you're doing the same exact thing with the ground wires. So on the ground wires, on a typical big three, you would be coming off of the alternator somewhere. Some alternators have a ground stud on them. I've had this one on here before Mechman started doing the ground stud, but anyway, you'll just ground it on the alternator. You could do it here, or you could do it on the mounting bolt right here. And that's the, one of these is gonna go over to your battery right here on the negative, and then the other one's going to go to your frame or your body of your vehicle. Some people do a big 4 upgrade, so that's going to include 3 grounds instead of just 2. So it's really up to you if you want to do that. It's a little overkill, but if you want to do that, you can do that as well. But a big 3 is obviously going to be a big 3. So the ground wires, we tie all that stuff together too. It comes to the battery right here, and you can see where it's attached to the same run as we have running over to the second location right here. You can see all the ground wires that are running over here to this battery to tie it in, and then you can see the grounds right here that are going back to the back where the amplifiers are, and our fused runs of wire that are going back to the amplifiers. They're on this piece of plastic right here. Alright, so real quick, another question that a lot of people ask is, do I need to fuse the runs coming off of my alternator or tying it together batteries under the hood? It's really personal preference. Our big 3 kits do not come with the fuse because usually the runs from your alternator to your battery is really short, and for something to happen in between there is highly unlikely. But if it makes you sleep better at night, you can grab a fuse in a fuse holder and put it in there. You can see right here on ours, we did fusing right here to tie the 2 batteries together. This was more of a showpiece than anything to show our certified basehead brand, which is now the Down for Sound brand. And then obviously the runs going from the back of the truck, or from up here to the back of the truck for the amplifiers, all of those are fused because that's the standard thing to do, because it's a really long piece of wire. So you want to fuse it as close to the source as possible. But anyway, so if you want to fuse it, fuse it. If not, most people don't, so it's totally up to you. That is how you do a big 3 upgrade. That's what a big 3 upgrade is. You can get them in kits, or you can piece them together yourself. That's how you get improvements from big 3s, and that's how you install it. So I hope this has answered all your questions on what a big 3 is and why you should do it. If you have any other questions, don't forget to drop them in the comments below. And if we see it, we'll try to make a video of it and explain it to you so we can teach you all a little bit of something. I don't know everything, but I do try to share what I do know. We'll see you in the next video. Later. Yo, what's up guys? If you want to see more of the hot content that you just saw in that video, be sure to follow me on all my social media channels, from YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. The Life of Price is my handle on there. Also have Down for Sound Shop on Facebook and Instagram, and don't forget Snapchat is JPD4S. Check out all the hot content on there as well.